Ladies and gentlemen, our following contest is scheduled for one fall and is a singles match. The bell rings, the man in charge, Northeast Wrestling official, Felix. Introducing first, from Worcester, Massachusetts, feast your eyes on Dijak.
Well, folks, this is certainly one of the most anticipated grudge matches we've had in Northeast Wrestling in quite some time. Dijak is coming to the ring right now for a rematch against Keith Lee. These two absolutely tore it up at the NEW Arena at our final event of 2016. The best around has come to town. Keith Lee came out on top in that contest, but Dijak just lit into him after the bell with a brutal assault with a steel chair.
If you haven't seen Best Around is Coming to Town, go to our pivot share. Check out the entire card, but halfway through you'll see a match between these two competitors that will absolutely take your breath away. I am so ready for the rematch between Dijak and Keith Lee.
I mean, these two, if their first contest could be considered friendly fire, they absolutely threw bombs at each other, completely captivating the Northeast Wrestling faithful at the NEW Arena. But tonight, we see a new wrinkle added to the mix. Both men might be even more aggressive than we saw in that first contest. After that steel chair assault by Dijak's looking to get revenge for loss, and Keith Lee's looking to get revenge for that attack after the bell.
You know, this is where they say the industry's going. These guys can do it all. They're big, they can strike, they can fly, they can use power moves. I mean, it's just amazing to see what they can do, and I'm so excited to see what they're going to pull out here tonight after Best Around is Coming to Town. I just want this entrance to end, and I want this match to get going.
Dijak, not one lacking in confidence, taking his time, getting ready for this one.
Weighing 332.4 pounds, and hails from Dallas, Texas. He requests that you bask in his glory, limitless Keith Lee.
One of the most impressive newcomers to Northeast Wrestling, Limitless Keith Lee made his debut last month at the Best Round is Coming to Town, and after that match he answered all the doubters, confirming that he is indeed here to stay here in NEW, and he's got unfinished business tonight against the monster Dijak.
You know, Keith Lee took he said he's going to show Dijak exactly why here tonight, but Keith Lee picked up the win at Best Around is Coming to Town, and then Dijak decided that it just wasn't over, and we've seen these two just tear it up at the Bethany Town Hall. Now we're here in Waterbury at the Waterbury PAL, and these fans are ready, and so am I.
Keith Lee's monumental sit-out powerbomb to Dominik Dijakovic off the top rope sent shockwaves throughout the NEW Arena, and Dijak felt embarrassed by the loss, and we saw him take out his frustrations with that post-match assault with that steel chair. And the two men are ready to duke it out one more time here at the Waterbury PAL. And as you said, Matt Taven, Keith Lee and Dijak really represent the next evolution of the proverbial big man in professional wrestling.
And you know, we got a little bit of a standoff, a little bit of a stalemate at the beginning, a little bit of a feeling out process. It's not that they're not familiar. Oh,
hard shot by Keith Lee, beginning to rain down with
southpaw.
His left jabs, clubbing blows. Dijak sent to the floor, has to regain his bearings early.
Both these men entered in the over-the-top rumble here tonight, but you know that that's almost a secondary thought to them right now as they are out for blood.
Both these men have only one goal in mind at this very moment, and that's beating the tar out of each other. Again, Keith Lee, a bit of bit more aggressive side he's showing here early on.
Oh my goodness.
Now Dijak giving him his receipt with those forearm shots right to the side of the face. And you see the red welts and marks on Dijak's back, the damage that Keith Lee has already inflicted on him. This is going to be very hard hitting.
Look at these two just exchanging. Oh!
Huge left hand chop right across the chest of Dijak. Oh, Keith Lee took a moment to showboat Dijak.
And he scoops him right up.
Up on his shoulders. Oh, but that's a big man to lift. Even for Dijak, 332 pounds is limitless Keith Lee. And there he is to press the advantage once again on the 6'7" Dijak. Each one of those shots from Keith Lee doing so much damage to the midsection. Dijak clutching the ribcage.
Reversal. Dijak sent
to the corner. Oh, but Lee just turns him inside out, seemingly effortlessly.
Dijak, the 6'7", 270 pound, I mean, I'm not sure what he's weighing into, was just turned inside out by Keith Lee.
And Keith Lee taking the time to showboat for a moment there, but you can't take your eyes off. Oh, look at that, Scotty Slade. We saw Scotty Slade stick his nose in these two men's last contest in December. Keith Lee, he can't take his eye off his opponent. Slade going to the back. Vinny Lex doesn't want any interference tonight.
I like that. I like that move.
Oh, a Dijak bicycle, big boot.
And Dijak taking advantage of it. That's a brilliant move by the American Destroyers right there.
Dijak with that spinning big boot kick. Now he's got Lee on his shoulders on the apron.
Oh my
Dijak
goodness.
with the fireman's carry slam on the apron.
A version of the Dijection right there on the apron. All starting from that slight distraction from Scotty Slade.
Lee is slumped out over the ring steps. He's in a bad way here, punishing Impact from the 6'7" Mastodon.
And if you're Keith Lee, you got to be thinking, is Scotty Slade going to get involved again? Is Mikey Webb going to get involved again? Do I have to keep the eyes in the back of my head going? Like
you can't even think about Slade and Webb at this point with the damage that Dijak just inflicted on him.
But that's the thing. You have to. You have to, because the momentary distraction from Scotty Slade as Keith Lee, with only
Keith
2 seconds left to get in the ring.
Right here, and Dijak
breaking it
up.
up.
That baseball slide dropkick, but he breaks the count.
He doesn't want to win like that.
He doesn't. He wants to punish Keith Lee, make him pay for the loss he suffered in December.
My God, Dijak with some clubbing blows.
Clubbing blows with the right hand. Back of the head, back of the neck of Keith Lee. And hard shot to the midsection. These two starting to brawl around ringside.
Dijak turning Keith Lee around. It looks like he's focusing on the back. Ever since that Dijection on the apron, he's going to put a big bullseye on the back of Keith Lee.
Well, Keith Lee certainly likes to make use of those power maneuvers. You want to make sure you take out his base, take out his lower back.
Oh, without a doubt. You ever try to pick something up and your back's been thrown out? I mean, it buckles you right at the knees.
Lee on his back, but able to kick out at just
one.
Well, that just goes to show how much it's going to take.
A little bit of a concerning look.
Keith Lee down for the count here tonight.
Definitely a concerned look on the face of Dijak after that, and then only getting a count of one, if that.
That's a lot of damage that Dijak's been inflicting on Lee, but Lee's certainly built to take a beating, but you got to figure it can only last so long against a guy like Dijak. Dijak now pressing the advantage, stomping away at Lee's midsection in the corner. And now he's got the big man slumped, face washing that boot across the face.
Dijak in firm control right now, but he knows he's still got a lot of work to do when it comes to putting down Keith Lee for the.
Dijak using the top rope for momentum as he comes in with the double knees crashing to the chest of Keith Lee, and again taking so much strength to move the man. 2 count, and Lee able to roll a shoulder off.
You know, and after saying that it's going to take a lot more, he might have just caught Keith Lee under the jaw with one of those knees, but Keith Lee's still got a little fight left in him. It looks like he's a little staggered, but we've seen Keith Lee come back from a lot of damage, especially from Donovan Dijak.
And Dijak now begin to control Lee with that cravat, wearing him down, cutting off the supply of oxygen to the brain. We saw Lee gasping for air after all those rights and lefts he was taking from Dijak, the forearms, shots to the face.
And it's a smart move by Dijak. Keith Lee cannot powerbomb you if you are wrenching his head and he's on his knees on the apron.
This is perhaps the most vicious that we've seen Dijak in quite some time. I mean, that loss he suffered in December, he was absolutely incensed. He feels like he is the true dominant force here in AEW.
He felt disrespected that Keith Lee came into, a place that Dijak has been with since the beginning and picked up a big win from him in front of a crowd that always sees Dijak in the ring. So Keith
Lee with the up and over again, using that agility, and comes off.
Oh my!
Scores with the pounds
goodness.
And sends Dijak flying all the way across the ring. If those ropes weren't there, Dijak would have wound up in the crowd.
Oh my goodness.
Incredible power by Keith Lee.
And I'll tell you how.
And Lee now has him up, military press position. Does he have enough strength left in the lower back? Lifts him up and drops him front first on the mat. That's a long way down.
Dijak is a huge human being, and Keith Lee just dropped him like a sack of potatoes. Get out of here. Oh.
Keith Lee might have been thinking senton.
I was wondering if he was thinking standing moonsault. I got scared.
Dijak got the boots up.
And it's good that you see Dijak back up after that
hard forearm jab from Lee.
That drop into the ropes.
We're starting to go back and forth right here. These two men trading big forearm shots.
Jeez, and there's a big boot
Kick
and
from
forearm.
Lee follows it up with the forearm. Dijak comes off the ropes. Lee catches him once again. Once he got in mind, here's got hung over the ropes. Modified spinning STO. 1, 2, and Dijak kicks out.
I am just so impressed that at the strength and power of Keith Lee to catch 6'7" Dijak in thin air like that, and then to maneuver his body all the way across into the spinning STO is
aware of his surroundings, using
amazing.
The second rope for assistance on that maneuver.
Amazing.
And what does Lee have in mind here? So innovative is Keith Lee's offense.
Popping up.
Pop-up powerbomb could be thinking right here.
Looking for that powerbomb.
Dijak escapes out the back door.
Smart move by Dijak. Get out of harm's way.
And Dijak, big kick to the midsection.
Followed up with an elbow. Dijak has to ground
Dijak's
the big
lip
man.
might have been busted right here. You see him grabbing at the mouth.
Oh, big shot.
Big shot across the chest.
Well, I could be worried about some internal bleeding. Like I said, when you get dropped in the ropes like that.
And this could be dangerous. This is the same territory we saw these two men go at the end of their first contest when Lee dropped him.
It can do all sorts of damage getting dropped in the ropes like that. I personally broke a rib getting dropped into the ropes like that just because your body contorts in ways you're not used to. You could see some internal bleeding from Dijak here.
Is Dijak thinking superplex here?
It's a big man to get up.
Oh, but Lee,
Ooh.
double overhead chop.
Oh, no. Oh, no. What is Lee thinking here?
Oh, no, Lee's underneath him.
Lee
we saw this last month.
Dijak knows he needs to fight out of that.
Dijak clubbing blows across the neck. He knows that he's in a dangerous spot right here. Headbutts. Oh, but Dijak just collapsing to the mat.
I think in a heart-to-head contest, Keith Lee's winning this one.
Keith Lee is still perched up in that corner. Keith Lee, he's standing on that second rope.
We see a big splash from the second.
Measured. Oh, Keith Lee says no. Oh my gosh.
Man's got something else in mind.
No way. No, he can't. That's a 332-pound man.
From the top.
Keith Lee springs off with the moonsault. Flattens Dijak.
That's got to be it.
2, and what?
Dijak kicks out. Unbelievable.
Absolutely jaw-dropping moonsault from Limitless Keith Lee, but Dijak powers out at 2.
All that weight coming down on Dijak, and somehow, someway, Dijak gets his shoulder up at 2. Keith Lee cannot believe it.
Keith Lee defying gravity and the laws of physics but Dijak
Oh, the big man can
able
fly.
to survive a punishing moonsault.
And Keith Lee in firm control right now. And this Waterbury crowd letting them know that they're loving what they see.
They just saw.
But it still didn't get the job done.
Keith Lee, perhaps the only man of that size and shape able to move like that. Now he's got Dijak up over his shoulders. Fireman's carry position. Oh, but Dijak lands on his feet. Slade is on the apron with a chair.
I told you.
Webb is at ringside. Vinny Lax is distracted.
Webb going around the side.
Oh,
and there's a low blow from Dijak. What are they looking for here?
Oh, no.
They're looking for the American
They
Destroyer.
could be looking for the American Destroyer tandem maneuver.
No, Keith Lee just putting Mikey Webb on his back.
Dropping. Oh, but Lee bends over. Dijak springs over.
Oh, my goodness.
American Destroyer connects. Dijak in the cover. 1, 2. And Keith Lee kicks out.
Brilliant move.
My God, the match continues.
Brilliant move by the American Destroyers to play the numbers game. Ends up Dijak Canadian destroying Keith Lee, but Keith Lee somehow kicks out at 2.
Keith Lee just survived being dropped straight on the top of his head. That American Destroyer maneuver.
And this is awesome. This is a great match.
It was Dijak surviving the moonsault.
What's going to happen now? Scotty Slade sliding the chair to Donovan Dijak.
Oh, but the American Destroyer is still not leaving ringside. Now Dijak breaks the chair across the back of Keith Lee. And referee Vinny Lax saw no evil. Distracted by Webb and Slade. Oh, Dijak just threw the chair right at Scotty Slade's face. Keith Lee avoided.
Oh, and there's a boot from Mikey Webb.
Boot misses and connects with Mike Webb.
I think Scotty Slade's busted open.
Keith Lee pops Dijak up off the top rope.
Power
bombs him into the corner.
Muscles him up.
Still got him up over his shoulders. Pop-up powerbomb. Sits out. 1, 2, and 3.
What a match. Keith Lee, Donovan Dijak 2 lives up to the hype. What an incredible match here in Waterbury.
We just saw a human demolition derby, and Keith Lee is able to claim a second consecutive victory over Dijak.
Scotty Slade is busted open. You can see the blood in his hand, the blood coming from his head, the blood pouring from the floor. The American Destroyers are in dismay as Keith Lee gets his hands raised here in Waterbury.
They tried using the numbers advantage. Dijak as vicious as we'd ever seen him, but Keith Lee able to overcome it all and plant Dijak.
What does this mean for the Destroyers? I'm sorry, Larry, but what does this mean for the Destroyers in the Rumble? We know that all 3 of the American Destroyers have been entered in the over-the-top Rumble. Scotty Slade is bleeding all over the floor.
Slade's
here.
in a bad way right here.
Keith Lee's entered in the Rumble
he needs
as well.
some medical attention before we even need to think about another match for him tonight.
Scotty Slade has been busted wide open from that chair shot.
Scotty Slade's blood is spilling out all over the floor of the Waterbury PAL.
And that was one of the least vicious things we saw in that match. Unbelievable.
Absolute chaos here.
A Canadian Destroyer, I can't even tell you everything you saw here.
Dijak cinching victory with that pop-up power bomb.
Not Dijak, it's Keith Lee. Melvin.
Keith Lee.
Donovan Dijak being rolled out by Mikey Webb. The American Destroyers, I don't know how they're going to last going into this Rumble. Scotty Slade's bleeding profusely all over the floor. But what an incredible match. What an incredible match here tonight at Over the Top.